मोगाचो येवकार सगळे आमचे CCR TV पळयणाऱ्यांक. A warm welcome to each and every one of you. We are presenting our program in conversation with. We have today the main people from St. Anthony's High School, Monte, Guirim. The reason for them being here with us is they have been awarded the best performance school at inter-school tournaments, and this have been organized by the Directorate of Sports and Youth Affairs. This award pertains to the year 2024-25. Welcome Father Milchester Furtado. He is basically from Shishining and the headmaster of St. Anthony's. For how many years, Father?
I've been a headmaster for past 5 years.
5 years. Yeah. And we have the physical education teachers. Being a very big school, I think you are entitled to have 2 physical education teachers. Welcome Luino Menezes. He is from Guirim and posted also in the Guirim school.
Yes.
Welcome Luino.
Thank you.
And Anthony D'Souza from Mercedes, but you are serving there in St. Anthony's for since how long?
19 years, sir.
19 years.
Yes.
So vast experience. And could you share with us why did you get this award?
Basically, we would like to place on record a big thanks for the Directorate of Sports because they instituted this award for the first time. And for the last year, the performance that has been done by our school at different level of sports, be it hockey, football, athletics, sepak takraw, table tennis, we had won a lot of trophies at the inter-school level, and because of the number of trophies that we have got this honors.
And basically the honors that you have achieved, it speaks about the hard work, the dedication of the management per se, and you as the head, and the students, and also these 2 gentlemen who are with us, the physical education teachers, and not forgetting the parents.
Yes.
What made you to dwell so much in sports?
Basically, in the first place, I would say this is all the blessing of God. Monte Guirim has a history which speaks a lot and aloud about sports. Monte Guirim has produced a lot of sports personalities, Arjuna awardees, and many more. So the legacy of sports has remained with Monte Guirim. And when I got a chance to lead, where my co-friars gave me this honor of being the headmaster of the school, my mind was to continue this legacy and keep that spirit of sports going on.
I vividly remember 2 of the headmasters that you had. One is Father Terence D'Souza, and after that Father Joel Pinto from Mangalore, and I was very closely associated with him. Once when I went to your school in the evening, I found him coaching Bruno Coutinho. Bruno was your student.
Yes.
And I was quite surprised to see Father Joel on your ground, and you have a new ground upstairs now. And he was coaching him, and he says, I picked him up and I look after him. And I know at one time you had the supremacy, I repeat it again, in football, in table tennis, in hockey, and now you have developed into so many other areas. How easy or difficult has been for you to maintain such high standards?
If you go back to the history, Monte Guirim school itself was led by the boarders.
Yeah, you had a very big boarding section.
Yes. Being boarders, they were all the time available with the friars, and that's where practices were much easier. Of course, I cannot look down the services given by the PE teachers and the coaches, the time that they have sacrificed to be present and train the students. But as years went, boarding went down, for whatever be the reason. Today the challenge is making children available, because there's a lot of tussle between children not doing what they're supposed to do, especially the studies at home. Parents have a little difficulty to send them on the ground to practice. But convincing the parents that it's not only about studying the lesson, but even sports can build up future and personalities. That's where I have a very strong support along with my PE teachers, coaches, students who work hard on the ground, and the parents who give this support time for me, wherein we are able to do something for them.
It also talks about the infrastructure that you have, and recently you have a bigger ground, football ground, which you have developed, and it is being used extensively by the Goa Football Association.
Basically, what I would say is thanks to the Capuchin fathers, when the opportunity was given to them through the FC Foundation, their CSR fund, we didn't step back. We opened ourselves to receive or to work in collaboration with this FC Foundation team, wherein they helped us to develop this facility. And with this facility now we are able to provide more open or better facility for our children to practice.
So the beneficiaries are your own students?
Yes. Whatever we do at Monte Guirim, I think the focus is first the school and the students. They should benefit, they should get a chance to go forward. So that is what our motto is.
Yeah. And how have been the other teachers cooperative in giving the support for sports?
I have been always saying it is not just the work of the headmaster. Headmaster takes the honors, but it is the hard work of the teachers. Two teachers of my PE teachers, yes, whether be it rain or sun, they are there with the students on the ground. But you have rightly said, every teacher cooperates, because when the student is out, the child misses. And when the child comes back from the practices, these are the teachers who give time, explain to them, help them in completing their books, and then it makes a collaborative effort for all of us who focus on what we want to. And that's where we find time, we make time, and we support each other.
So that's the management role that you have been playing very effectively, I must say.
I say yes, but finally it is God's wish. I try to do what the best I can do. But the Monte Guirim staff has always remained very supportive to the management's mind. Though I represent the management, and through the management I represent the teachers. So the mind is very clear, and they are very supportive in all that to achieve that dream of Monte Guirim.
And this is the first time that such an award has been instituted and awarded.
Yes. We are proud that when it was instituted for the first time, our school has been selected.
And to be at the top.
Yes, and I wish that we continue it for more time.
Because the number 2 place has been occupied by A.G. de Almeida High School in Ponda.
Yes.
And in 3rd place, we have Sharda Mandir from Miramar.
Yes.
Do you feel excited about it?
Of course, the joy is not cannot be contained so simply, because being honored at that stage, and I'm been lucky because it has come at my tenure.
Yes.
But the hard work has gone quite long before. Every headmaster and every teacher has done this. It was luck by my chance that it was instituted now, and that I was honored.
And did you celebrate this along with your staff after receiving this on the 18th of September?
We have not yet, because we are busy now preparing for the exam.
Okay.
Maybe we will surely do that with our staff and the students.
Yeah. Maybe when this is telecast also together.
Yes, of course.
And the credit goes to both of you. How happy are you, first Luino?
Extremely happy, because you can see the fruit of your hard work being recognized from quarters which you least expected. When a parent out of the way comes and say, "Congratulations, sir," it feels good. It feels that you are doing something right. And I think so I need to thank God for that. That opportunity that we have got, the support that we have got from the management, the staff, parents, and the students ready to fight it out, irrespective of what the situation may be. I think so that credits the
But
victories
that's
that we
your
have got.
leadership, and you have proved your leadership by winning several gold medals, silver and so on.
Yes.
Could you elaborate and share with us which are the games that you have achieved medals last year? This award pertains to 24-25.
Yes, we dominated in hockey with 2 of our teams winning the Nehru tournament that represented the state of Goa at New Delhi.
So that means your team went to
Yes,
Delhi.
yes.
That's pretty good.
And 3 teams of the inter-school that took part, and under 14 boys and under 14 girls winners, state champions, under 17 girls state champions, under 17 boys runners up. Then he led the sepek takros, under 14 boys, under 17 boys winners. Boxing under 17 boys we were winners. Table tennis we were 3rd place state level. Subroto again football we had 3rd place at the state level. So it was a year to remember.
And Anthony, which are the disciplines that you have been in charge?
I look after sepek takraw is what I look after, and football. We have a coach, Coach Alex Alvarez.
Okay.
He does the coaching part and the other scouting out players. I would say we have a strong support from our HM. Whenever it is practice time required, out of the way a little extra, he stands by us. I think to start with, I would say things have been pretty easy to work with Headmaster supporting us. We feel a bit relaxed, and even that can be seen in the students. We have at the end of the year, we have an inter-class, inter-house. At the end of the year, when the whole year tournaments are over, as a gratitude to the students, we conduct inter-class tournaments. The children really excitingly wait for it. The minute divisions are done in the beginning of the year, they keep looking who is in my class to make their team. And when the interclass is over, we play staff versus students. So you can see all the teachers playing along with the students. That is just to motivate and boost the students to take part in sports.
At the beginning, how do you go about selecting your ultimate team?
It is due to continuous practice. First, the basic thing is motivating them to start, give a start, giving them that incentive and that taste of being part of something which could become big. And I think so once the child gets that taste of coming, enjoying playing, then there is no stopping. Then it is just like why do you cancel practice? You have to have it. Let's have it again. So it is just that initial part that we need to instill that taste in them so that they give their best. And the support of coaches, as Sir rightly said, we have for hockey, we have Sir Victor Albuquerque, boxing, Sir Vishwanath Govekar. I think so they have done a tremendous job making our job.
So you have professionals to back you up?
Yes.
And are they round the year or?
Yes, they are throughout the year.
Yeah.
Their morning and evenings are on the ground, regularly working in different age categories. So throughout the year, it's not just tournament based that we practice, but it is throughout the year, morning and evening, that practices continue. If one is over, then we start for the next year, and that's a process.
The sepak takraw, as you said, is a new discipline that you have introduced. Earlier it was not there.
Yes.
We started sepek takraw basically because we were having football. So since it would benefit football, like sepek takraw has a lot of heading, a ball control. So it's the same footballers who are playing there. Actually, initially we started just so that we would benefit in football. But then the boys started enjoying it so much that, as Sir said, they push me, okay, we'll have practices, we'll have evening practices. And they are enjoying. And then slowly now, I think for a couple of years, we have done under 14, 17 for the last 4 years continuously at state level, that too. Back again, I say the credit goes, we get an extra time here and there to practice. And as Sir said, we practice throughout the year.
Round the year.
Around the year. There's no stopping.
You have done exceedingly well, Father Winchester, in sports. What about your academics per se?
Academics, I wouldn't say excellent, but we are pretty good. Because given the chunk of the students that we cater to not the cream of the society. We cater to the lower rung of our society. And given a chance with these students, our teachers don't give up so easily. They work hard, they sweat it out, they take the onus on themselves, and we are doing pretty well. We are almost, I don't claim we are 100%, but we are above 90.
Yeah, and you cater normally to the children from the villages of Guirim, Sangolda, and other villages?
Sukur, some from Para, Kalangut, also all around the area.
Okay. And your strength is?
This year my strength is 1350.
It's quite
From the
quite a
primary
big,
to
yes.
the high school.
Yeah, you have primary and then
Yes.
up to high school.
Up to high
You haven't
school.
gone into higher secondary.
No, no.
Okay. And when you had your boarding, as you said, it was easier for you to conduct extracurricular activities and sports. And what about now? When do you manage to allot the time for practices?
See, first thing I always tell my children one thing. Sports is not an escapism from your study. Sports is an extra help to develop yourself. So if you miss your class in practice time, you have to make time for it to cover what you have missed. Because sports makes you more stronger, more focused. And you can be a better student than the one who is being in the class and doing only with the books, but you can be on the ground and with the books, so you have a higher chance of being better.
And
So-
have they accepted this thought process of yours?
Yes, they do that, and that's why I also thank the PE teachers. They are also not just being in the sports, they also check their books in time, whether complete, not complete. So they keep in touch with the class teachers to see what is the discipline of this child in the class. So basically our aim is discipline the child.
Yeah. So you have no disciplinary problems.
Every day is a challenge for being disciplined, because we know today's generation, along with the rules that have been brought in the education system, we are not on a very positive side, where teachers and the management, they are on the receiving end. But still, we try to keep that discipline of Monte Guirim higher.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful to the teachers and also parents, because many of the parents also support the way I go about in disciplining. So they say, Father, it's needed. And with the support of all, the PTA, the PPA also, the past pupils also, that's what makes my
Do
work
you have
easy.
a strong past pupils association?
Very strong, very strong.
Yeah.
They are there with us at all times. Wherever we are not able to, we point out to them, this is what is to be done, and then they start planning to get it done.
Do they help you?
Of course, I can't deny that.
Yeah.
I'd be
yeah.
very wrong if I say no.
Okay. And Luino, when do you have your practices? Outside the school hours? And do the children come if you have them quite early morning or maybe late evening?
With the help of the headmaster's initiative, the initial first 2 periods are at times allotted for practices selectively. That's where a little bit of chunk of students who at times find difficulties coming in the evening come and volunteer themselves to play. Rest of it is all in the evenings from 3:15 to 5:15 on a day-to-day basis, except maybe during the exam periods.
And do the children agree to come in the evening?
I will not say 100%. Yes, we have the occasional mistakes like somebody bunking or tuitions as the biggest difficulty that we have. But you can say I'm pretty happy with what I have.
Because today parents want their children involved in 10 other things.
Yes.
And they expect them to excel in each and everything what they do.
Yes.
And many schools have been complaining to say it's not possible for us to
Yes,
go for sports.
it is quite difficult. It is quite difficult. I accept it is quite, but when you have teams that travel to Delhi, when you see the management at the end of the day, when after winning, so they take the children for a picnic, or they have a get together where they share time and everybody is there. Everybody wants to be a part of that at the end of the day. So I think so that incentive drives many to come and be a part of the school teams.
And Anthony, what's your experience?
Same as Sir said, it is that timing given in the morning. The evening time, of course, the ones who cannot come, they adjust in the morning. That morning time given to us is, which is really a strong point, I feel. Then I think it is equally a good effort by all the teachers. Imagine when I go on the ground and when I'm having 20 trainees, only 10 are there, then it's a disappointing to start with. So I understand the teachers in the morning, in the first period, when they see a couple of not there in the class because they're all on the ground, it must be quite disappointing for them. So I say in this success they also play a role, understanding. Then when students come back, explaining certain things, and also a collective effort, as I said, strong support by the HM, bearing up with everything for sports by the entire staff. And there is some flavor at Monte Guirim. Monte Guirim is always known to be a sports school. Even when I was there getting trained at Don Bosco's college in BPED, and we had an athletic meet where we were taken volunteers, and there were the Montegiri athletic boys coming with that yellow strip jersey, father, and there was Sir Paul Raj there, and then that flavor, and I was like, okay, one day nice to join a school like that, and least did I know that I would be joining here. So I'm lucky.
Because at one time St. Anthony's and Don Bosco's pension,
Yes.
they were at the top, and strong competition between these two, especially football and table tennis. I know you had a teacher by name Wilson Pace,
Yes.
who produced lot of champions in both football as well, and then he shifted to Don Bosco's, and Don Bosco's started coming up. And they were saying, we don't get all the publicity that we need because we are also equally good. And these two schools were very famous, and I'm glad that you have kept up the flag flying high of the school. Very often, Father Milchester, the teachers complain that, all students are not there, it's not possible, and we suffer. Do you have also come across such complaints?
There are no open complaints as such because coming to a headmaster with a complaint means they know there is something else that is going to come. But surely, as Sir has said, there must be a thought giving. When I come to teach, I don't get all my students. Would I have to give something extra later on? But I think I'm blessed to have a very supportive staff. They have to do extra work. The thing that they have already explained, they have to go again and explain to this small chunk of students.
Are they ready to do that extra work?
Without any complaint. So
You are lucky, I must say.
That's what I say. I'm blessed with such a staff who makes my thing easy. Today I have remained as a headmaster, as a one who plans things. But all credit goes to my staff because they help me execute it. And not denying the efforts of my children. We may have the best ideas, best teachers to run. If they don't take up that and give in, we would have not received all this. Because they are the ones who are there on the ground practicing, taking shouts from me, from the teachers and the parents. And still they achieve for the school. I think I'm proud of them.
Ultimately, I think that makes them very, very proud.
Yes.
To keep their flag flying high of the school.
I always tell my kids, today for you it is about the jersey. For me it's not about the jersey, it's about the name on the jersey. There are people who have slogged without today's facilities.
Yes.
And they have made that name a brand. And I tell them now it's your time to contribute to that brand. You have got a brand, you can't make another one, so contribute and make that brand strong. So that's what I tell my children.
And have you been a student of, since you are a Guirim boy?
No, I have not been a student.
You
I studied in St. Brito's.
Okay. And now you
Yes,
joined
yes.
as a physical education teacher. When you joined and now, so many years, what has been the progress?
Well, when I joined, it was like entering into big shoes. I did not know how I would have matched my predecessor, that was P.J. Anthony. But then in God's own way, He guided, He led. We had difficult times at the beginning, but then with the support of manager, understanding how every year is a different year, I think so slowly things have settled in. Sir Victor as a coach, headmaster, my previous headmasters also, all were very cooperative enough to guide me. And I think so that has led us slowly to this award, what we have achieved.
Are you happy as of now?
Yes, as of today, happy, but definitely the heart says I can still do more. And because every child would say, what we have done today, let me be a part of it tomorrow. So I cannot stop. My job doesn't stop here. So I need to try and see what best else can I do. So that continues.
And how much before you start planning for your activities for the year?
I think so. Now, as these year now tournaments get over now, our next year's teams are already in progress of
So
working
you
for next year.
already planned.
Yes, it is already in motion.
So it's a continuous.
It is a
process.
continuous process. So it
Okay.
doesn't stop as such that we don't start next year.
Yeah.
Our tournament is over this year. Straight away for next year, the two teams are already in a prep mode sort of. And then we, as the year goes, we start filling the gaps depending on where we need a new addition or a subtraction accordingly. So that's how it goes.
And Anthony, has there been more focus for especially football, or it is evenly spread?
No, initially there has been always a high expectation for football at Monte, even when I joined. This year, last academic year, for which we were counted in the title, we have been the third place at the Subroto Mukherjee under 15 tournament.
But I think previously, did you represent Goa in Subroto?
When after I have joined, we have not represented winning and going to Delhi,
Okay.
but we have been at times third place. That's the maximum I have since I have been there
Yes.
serving. But we have been regular winners. Last year we have won Taluka level under 14. Then even before that, continuously 2 Taluka under 14. So football at Taluka level and district has been. We have been very often in the finals, winning the finals at Taluka. Then it has only been difficult when it has come to state level.
Yeah.
So last year we have managed to be
and
third
stiff
place.
opposition in football now at the final stages comes from which schools?
We lost to Don Bosco's last time. We were
Okay,
leading.
so the rivalry continues.
Yeah, we were leading 1-0 and then we lost to them.
Okay. And Luino, what do you have to say about your experience? You have won the hockey and you went to New Delhi.
Yes.
And how far did you progress there?
We try and at least as far as possible try to reach the stage 2, but I've achieved it only once. That is with the girls team that we qualified for stage 2. But on a regular basis we win one game, and the second game is a little tough because of various other factors that play out at the
You must have
international-
had seen your opponents from all over India.
Yes.
At least some of them. Do you think they are much higher placed than we Goans?
To some extent, yes. But then I don't think so on the fair point of view it is. We go with everything cut and cut, you can say, age-wise, everybody. But we face that overage factor that is there, that plays a very big role.
Is it still there?
It's still there.
Okay.
It's still there.
Because this has been one complaint throughout.
Yes, that doesn't stop.
Okay.
Yeah, so but over the years now, as a child goes, they have come to understand how it is. So they give their best. And that is what is pleasing at times.
Yeah. But how difficult it is to face the opponents from the other states?
They are knowing that they are overage at times, then they are technically quite capable of playing much better hockey than what we Goans are. AstroTurf in Goa is now just 3 years after the national games. So we are still picking up at pace. So going there with a school level team, we do just fairly well enough.
And what about the other disciplines that you have?
Other disciplines that we have is
Sepak takraw
Sepak
for-
takraw.
yeah.
We started it basically because of football, and now more important, the students are enjoying it. So we continue with practices. We even have badminton that we go. We have not won state level. We have reached district level. Then besides that, there are karate. Karate as a team we have not won, but many individual places. Athletics also, there is Sir Shivam who helps us out. So there also we have won many individual places. The year earlier, that is 23-24, we had a team championship in athletics trained by Sir
Individual and
Shivam.
team.
Individual and team. So last year we got couple of places, but we didn't get the team event. So it's couple of games that are there. We are not only with football, hockey. So many games.
Yeah, because now
yeah.
now there has been multi-sports disciplines.
Yes,
Yes.
Earlier it was mainly it was
Yeah,
football, table tennis, badminton maybe, and maybe hockey. Other than this, of course, kabaddi, kho
Yeah.
and do you still
No,
have
kabaddi and
No,
kho as
no,
of now, no.
No, no. Okay. And how have been the parents cooperating with you, Luino?
I would say the parents play a very, very big role. Having children to be regular for practice, sometimes even looking at the weather, looking at their studies point of view, they have been quite supportive. I will not say 100%, but yes, they do understand after that, yes, it is required at a given time. So I would say because of their support, yes, we have reached to this phase.
What do you have to say?
Truly said, because I think parents are very supportive, and maybe the couple of teams in hockey that are winning, the teams going out, then they see the experience, so everybody wants to be part of that. And from largely, even though football we have not represented Goa, that excitement is there among the students. Whether it rains, as sir said, no, our practices are on, unless it is really bad.
Of course,
this and then
you cannot help.
We are practicing throughout the year, so only 15 days before exams we stop, so that students really focus on the academics. We put in an effort to see that the books are complete and all. I would say I do it because then there's an open day, and then we need to face parents. So I motivate the
But there have been no problems
no
with their
problem.
parents.
Parents are supportive, even if
That's
the
it.
child on a given time has not performed very well. They understand that he is managing sports and this. So far we haven't faced much of a problem. Yes, 100% we can't expect. So here and there are. Then we have the support of the HM who speaks to the parent and all. And everything good as of now, at least.
That's pretty good. Father Milchester, you have been playing a major role in the grassroots development in all the sports that we have been talking. And you have a primary, pre-primary also?
Yes.
And I am not sure whether at a primary or pre-primary there is a scope for engaging a sports teacher at least.
Basically, at present, we don't have a separate sports teacher in the primary section.
Yeah.
The normal teachers are only managing, but this year I'm very grateful to Maverick Sports. They have come forward to start Grassroot for the primary.
Maverick means?
There is a Maverick Sports Academy. that
Hockey
is
club.
Hockey club.
Okay, the sports academy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
they have given a young coach for us, and they have provided some sticks and softballs, wherein the third and fourth are just learning the basics.
Yeah, because no school in Goa has anybody, even the so-called a sports teacher at a pre-primary or primary, where the students would just love doing that. And have you made any efforts to tell the government that you are under your new policy now, what they have, they are emphasizing on these grassroots, but I am not sure whether they have really understood what is the role of grassroots, especially at pre-primary and primary.
I am not in that strong position to advise the government to do what the government has to take steps like, but whatever is possible from my side, I have not left one stone unturned where I can provide a facility for my younger ones to start with. As you rightly said, that from the primary level when it comes, it becomes very easy to form a team later on.
Yes.
Like as our sirs have already told you, we don't practice for a particular tournament. Tournaments come on our way, we participate. Our practices are 24/7. Even I'm happy to say at this moment that only 1 month, that is the May month, our students take break. They are till the April 30th, now the schools have gone till April 30th, but previous to that also till the last April 30th, they were on the ground practicing. And as soon as the school resumes, maybe 5 days or 1 week or so, and we are back to the ground again. So our motive, as we said, is not just winning tournaments. Our thing in the school is you develop a talent of the student. Tournaments is an incentive for him to test how much he is developing. And I always tell my kids, don't stop at the school level, because in my capacity, I can give you a place till the school level. But later on, you should have that love developed, go towards the state, and then try to be a part of the national team also. Because if I speak about organizations that are having, we don't have much supports from them. We find a lot of hustles up and down, but I'm not here to blame anyone or not to correct someone else. From my capacity, what I can give for my students, I'll give the 100%.
Well, ultimately, those who get involved, engaged in sports, they become better disciplined people, because sports have rules, have got a discipline, and especially nowadays when there is no discipline as a subject in the schools per se, I think it develops their character.
Of course. See, the normal trend of parental thinking is, or even sometimes even teachers, when a child is not good at studies, he can do something in sports, so push him there. I don't believe in it. I always say sports and studies are at the same level. Because as you said, it disciplines you, it gives you focus.
I admire your vision, Father Manchester.
Because the basic thing is, we need to give them a goal where they can achieve afterwards. Because now they are protected with the parents, with the teachers. But once they are out of the school, what is the future? Are you just going to leave your football, leave your hockey, leave your sepak takraw, and then think about other things? This school is an kickstart. You need to now develop that from within and go to the next stage. I always tell my kids, here you have done well, but you are not everything. There's still more for you to achieve. Try now for the state. Once you get into the state, try for the national. See, today when we see our national team, Goans are hardly seen. Goans are known for sportive nature, but in the national team we don't figure out much, because sports is not given that importance. It has become like a second hand. Okay, you can't do this, go there. That's not the way. We need to tell them that equally important, study and sport, it has the same footing. As you rightly said, development of self-discipline, caliber of the person. Caliber,
Yeah,
that's very important.
because there are rules.
Yes.
You have yellow card, you have got the red card, and in our daily life now there are no cards. so it becomes a very big problem. What do you
Yes.
say, Luino?
Yes, I really agree. Any sports person needs to be disciplined. So if he's disciplined, definitely he'll carry that discipline in his day-to-day life. He becomes a better citizen, a better son, a better child in whatever he does. So I think so. Parents, when they send children to sports, taking part, achieving something, and being that type of a matured guy on the ground, I think so, the child will grow in a long way.
And Anthony, your views on?
Yes, discipline plays an important part, but I feel a lot of leaders come in the forefront from taking part in sports. There are sometimes I have noticed some children, they are very quiet, but as they take part in sports, slowly they start speaking. From there we have seen boys becoming
the
house
leadership,
captains,
basically
leadership
qualities are developed.
Yeah, that is a lot what I at least have noticed in students taking part in sports. And of course, as Sir said, better discipline and the overall all-round development of the child that is noticed. Sometimes we see a child who is very simple. When I pick him up in the 6th standard, by the time he's a little stout and all, by the time he's in the 10th, he looks quite matured, strong. You feel satisfied to see that. A boy whom I thought was a sweet little boy in the 6th standard is looking nice and physically fit child.
So they are growing.
They are growing.
Father Milchester, at one time your school was only boys. I mean, in this very, very
old times,
old
yes.
time. But now you have made it open for girls also.
Thanks to the management, maybe when it was a boys' school, I never thought of becoming a priest of the Capuchin order also. Maybe I was running around somewhere, because as far as my knowledge goes, I think it is somewhere in 82 or something where the girls were introduced. That time I was too small to start even the schooling. But what I say is, the Capuchin fathers who have dedicated themselves for this education ministry has played a very big role in the lives of many young minds. Today we find Capuchin, the boarders and the students who are doing very well, not only in Goa, India, all over the world. And something, it tickles my mind, like whenever we as preachers, we visit different countries and all, when they see this habit and the moment they hear coming from Monte Guirim, they don't know us, but they directly, our Father. That affiliation that has been grown with this student.
Also, I think the recognition of Saint Francis de Assisi, and you had a Pope who was all for you all.
Yes,
And
yes.
you have Father Pio, Stigmata and all that. I think there is some charisma which is
Yes,
there.
of course. This year, to be very frank, we are celebrating 800 years of the Canticle of Brother Sun that was sung by Saint Francis of Assisi.
Yeah.
Last year, we celebrated 800 years of his Stigmata.
Yes.
And next year, if God willing, if we are there, we will celebrate his death, 800 years. I think Saint Francis has blessed us to keep us lively with this, because he was a troubadour, wherein he went singing the praises of God in all that he do. And I think in a little way, may not be at his level, we also sing praises of God in the little work that we do in the field of education, sports, disciplining our children, giving them the best.
And when you talk about Laudato Si of Pope Francis and about environment, and there upstairs in St. Anthony's you have got his statue with a dog. Do you also get into the environment?
Okay, let me correct you there.
Yeah.
It's not a dog, it's a
Okay.
wolf.
Wolf. Okay.
It's a wolf of Gubbio, wherein the story tells that there was a wolf who should trouble the people by destroying their houses, attacking humans, and then they requested Saint Francis to help them. And Saint Francis went to the forest, he called out to the wolf, and he spoke to him. He said, "You are part, you should not disturb. I will make a pact between you and the people, where people will give you to eat your food, and you should stop disturbing." And that's where
So
the
that was the power of
Saint
Saint Francis.
with the nature. That's why he's also called a saint of ecology.
Yes.
And he's the only saint who's been titled as another Christ on earth, because he tried to live like Christ. I think that's our all Christian mission, to be like Jesus. And in the footstep of Saint Francis, in the little way possible, keeping the environment green, keeping it clean, and also we have eco clubs and all. We do a holistic education, wherein we involve our kids in all this kind of activities, wherein they learn how to be a contributor to the world.
Do you imbibe also these characteristics in your students when you
Yes, I think so. Taking all these things that we learn from them, it makes an overall, as he says, leaders come out. You will have leaders who will take up responsibility for any job, that task that is given, whether it could be take students all as a collective, go and get a job done. I think so. Sports students lead in the front. The headmaster himself sometimes will call out our sports students, because they know for sure the job will get done. And I think so all these qualities help out.
What do you say? Your reflections on?
I think both of them have said on this topic. I would.
Yeah. So, Father, do you have another school in Goa?
No, we have
This
only
is the
one school
only one.
run by the Capuchins in Goa,
Okay.
and we give our best over there.
Okay. And you have some other missions spread all over the state?
We have 7 houses and 3 parishes: Sinkeri, Revora, and Saint Francis Xavier Pirna. These are the 3 parishes where the Capuchin fathers work. We have our presences, one of the major old one, that is Guirim. We have a presence in Naveli Modi, where is Padre Pio Friary. We have in Kunkoli, that's our main administrative house, provincially. We have a formation house in Kanakona, that is in Ordofond. In these days it is in the construction. We also have a farmhouse in Sangye at Kalai, and we also have a farmhouse in Valpoi.
So you are in ecology, environment,
Yes.
all that is part,
That's
education,
that's
and
been
that.
identity.
That's pretty
Ecology.
good. What are your feelings of your performance this year now, 25-26?
This year, I think, by the grace of God, we have started on a very positive note. We are in the 3rd place, yet to be completed, for the table tennis under 14 girls. And already 2 teams have qualified for Delhi. We are due to travel on the 8th of October, the boys under 15, and the girls under 17 will travel on the 17th of
Congratulations
October.
for
Thank
good
you so
performance.
much. Thank you so much.
Any from
Yes, in Sapetakro we have one under 14, under 17 at taluka level. We are awaiting the district level. Then football, we were in the finals of the taluka. We lost down to St. Brito's 1-0. And under 14 is yet to happen. We are preparing with the team.
We wish you all the best.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
sir.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Concluding, what is your final take, your message?
Very simple. Let's encourage our kids. Let's not say you are not good at this, so go there. No, you are good at this, that's why you go there. Sports is not a substitute for anything. And talking as a headmaster where I have to see the all-round growth, I would say let's nurture the kids. Let's not force them to satisfy our egos, to say, okay, my child is going here, my child is going there. No. Let's find out what the child wants to do and let us support. Collaborating with the teachers in the school and the parents together. That's why they say teachers are the second parents. So if we together work out, I think we can bring a lot of stars in Goa. We have a lot of potentials, we have a lot of talent. It only needs to be put on the right platform, nurtured, so that we have something to glory on.
So you are the real potter of the clay that you have in your hands.
I try my level best because that's the mission God has entrusted in my hand, and I think I feel satisfied to see at the end of the day that I have completed what God wants me to do, because it is He who has brought me in this mission, and I'm also very 100% assured that He will provide all the necessary grace for me to continue in this mission.
Obviously, you have that faith and trust,
Yes,
and
yes.
God will take you wherever to fulfill your mission. Thank you very much, Father Milchester. So also thank you, Luino. And
Thank you.
you.
Thank you for having
We wish
us.
you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
sir.